It's also
All right, here we go. Episode 5?
5.
Yeah, 5 and 6. We're making it 2 episodes today.
Boom.
We're here by our special guest, Kelsey Hart, also known by her stripper name, Classy.
Oh,
drum roll.
Stripper name.
What is your stripper name then?
Boner Garage.
Oh. Okay, Boner Garage.
Very nice, very nice.
She's got posters. We'll send you. Send us your email.
I'll sign them.
Signed posters,
Yeah.
Boner Garage.
So like one of those like 3-door garages, like really big ones, or like a small?
No, there's 3 places you could park it.
Okay, now.
By the way, I park in the attic too. I didn't know. All right, so we're doing we're like generally like last episode, we're gonna be doing more of a theme this time. This time, Kelsey was like, "Oh my God, I really want to talk about this because she's strangely obsessed with them." So we be talking about serial killers today.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna make
Murderers.
light on some really fucked up shit. It's gonna be great.
Crazy motherfuckers. Okay.
All right, we're gonna jump in with Kelsey since she's our guest. She's gonna be bringing up our first serial killer and who she wants to talk about.
Exciting. Okay. I didn't really know which serial killer to bring up as my first one, but because he died the same year I was born, I'm gonna go with Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
A little bit sad. Kurt Cobain died the same year, so you know.
Well, it's okay. They redeemed themselves with killing that Jeffrey Dahmer guy.
No, but I'm actually sympathetic towards Jeffrey Dahmer. No, like, I'm serious. I am.
Why?
Okay, so he, like, grew up in, like, a fairly normal home. Like, his parents weren't super functional, but, like, they loved him and cared and supported about him. And then when he was, like, really young, he had something wrong with his brain. And they did, like, an experimental surgery on him that they wouldn't even conduct on adults normally. And then
How old was he when this happened?
I think he was, like, 5 or something.
Don't you have your phone with the wiki right there?
Oh, I do.
Oh
I just
my
blanked
God. Boner
out.
garage.
Anyways, but his parents said that he was never the same after that.
Well, no doubt.
Yeah, because of the surgery.
Yeah,
and so
I was gonna
then
say that happens with experimental brain.
Yeah.
exactly.
Like, yeah.
And so they said that they think that that's why he is like
Fucking
that's why
lashed out
he
and
got
did all
like
that crazy
fucking
shit.
crazy.
Is he still alive?
No,
Did
he
they kill
died.
him?
He died within like the first little while he was in jail
somebody-
because they put him in
Yeah,
Gen
they
Pop.
killed him.
He got killed.
I didn't see it. That's why we gotta talk about this.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff I don't know.
On
Yeah.
Netflix, there's a dang documentary about him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you watch
Jeremy Renner also did one where he played Jeffrey
I
Dahmer,
was looking
which
for that
is
because I knew he did that
sick.
one. I knew he did that one. I just
Because
couldn't
I
find
mean,
anywhere.
Hawkeye, don't even get me started.
it? So, this Jeffrey Dahmer character,
Yes.
how many people did he,
Murder?
murder?
Nada.
Like, isn't he like the guy who's like cut their heads off and put them
No,
in his
so
fridge
what
and,
Jeffrey
like, fuck
Dahmer
the
wanted
body or
was
something?
what he
Wasn't he
wanted.
necrophilia?
Yeah. Well, what he wanted was he was gay and he wanted to have a boyfriend who would love him like eternally and like be like a sex robot essentially. So he would give guys lobotomies after
Yeah.
kidnapping them, and then like he started experimenting with eating them. So like when the police got there, they found an entire bowl full of like male genitalia. And the bowl was made out of like a human skull or something.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
Didn't he
Bowl
like
of balls.
drill people's
Cocks.
fucking heads and like pour citric acid in that?
Yeah, he did a bunch of
Yeah,
weird things because he wanted to make
yeah.
them like into zombies, and some of these people would live for like days, but like not obviously all there.
Man.
Well, no,
But I
they
mean,
got
there's
their
also
brain drilled into.
instances of like people who have like a fetish of eating someone, and then people who have a fetish of being eaten, and so they'll like go online and match up with each other and eat each other.
Only one.
Fuck yeah, get at me. Too bad Jeffrey's dead now.
Yeah, but people would send
Too
him
bad.
like.
Yeah.
No,
real sympathetic for the guy.
Hey,
No,
great guy.
I just-
He didn't
great
deserve
guy.
what he got.
Like, no,
Great
but
guy.
I mean, he even said, like, during his trial, he was like, you know, I'm not asking for forgiveness from the parents or the families of the victims because I know what I did was terrible. But I think I just always assumed I was a monster, but now I realize I was just sick. Like, you know? So it's like, it's one of those. I don't know. I do feel bad for him because, I mean, like, what if he had turned out totally different if he hadn't had to have this brain surgery? Like, how
Well-
much of it is his fault to a degree? You know?
Fuck the guy. He's just crazy enough to
He can't
do
now,
that.
he's dead.
Well,
He would have loved
Screw
you.
God damn it.
But people,
Anyway.
while he was in prison, would send him human jerky, said he could keep on eating. And it kind of, like, begs the question where they were getting it from.
What the
His house, bro.
People would send him mail of, like, pieces
Who-
of human
that's
flesh.
fucking-
Yeah.
Ooh, fucked up.
but he was just living on. He was selling it.
All right.
In jail, he's like,
He was stashing it
Yeah.
for
All right,
movie
Dakota,
night.
I think we're done talking about eating people now. So
All right,
let's
fuck. All right, I got some shit on my phone here because.
All right, do
I
you
smoked
have
weed.
any unsolved ones? Like,
Nothing unsolved. There's this most recent one that's fucked up.
Alright, do
In
it.
2017, there was this guy named Tyler Hadley, and he was 17, and he was like throwing this massive party, and so he's posting on Facebook or whatever, and he's like, oh, big old party at my house. It's supposed to be like this Project X thing, and people on Facebook were like, what if your parents come home with all this shit? And he's like, oh, don't worry about it.
Where was this?
This is in Florida.
Okay.
And then
where else would it be? Where else would it be?
Florida, bro.
Florida news headlines are insane.
Oh.
Florida Man is my favorite superhero.
Anyway, this guy was like, don't worry about my parents coming home. Rolls into his parents' fucking room with a claw hammer.
Sorry, give it a second. I think Kelsey might fucking die
Hey,
here. Florida
garage
Man
hammer
killed her.
or fucking.
Florida garage.
Holy
Florida
fuck.
Man's the next serial killer we'll be talking about.
Florida Man.
God damn it. All right.
What about Florida Woman? Very progressive of us here on the True Chronicles.
Oh my god.
Stop! I want to hear more about it.
All right, no, go ahead. Yeah.
I'm taking a sip of beer now. Anyway, buddy's throwing Project X, murks his parents out with a fucking claw hammer, wraps him in blankets, tosses him under the bed, throws a fucking Project X party apparently. Nobody finds them for like a couple weeks after the party. Everyone's like, he was like, round 2, all of this shit. And then, oh yeah, it was funny when I was reading the description because he was like, he popped 3 tabs of ecstasy and then got pumped up on Lil Boozy and then murdered his parents. And I was like, that guy's the rowdiest ever.
That's, yeah.
Like, if you're gonna party with someone, like, go all out, right?
Yeah, fuck your parents up and do it anyway. Anyway, he went to jail. This is in
17 last year.
2017. Well, isn't that...
That's
Well,
this year.
Yeah, 2016. Oh no, he was 17.
Oh.
This was in 2016.
Okay.
But yeah, then he went to jail and they called him fucking. Or he would just go roll up to people in jail and be like, yo, it's hammer time. And then they just said that
No
in the.
way.
Yeah, dead serious.
He did
And then-
get convicted?
Yeah.
Jeez.
He called himself the Hammer Boy, and he would always roll up to people and be like, yo, it's hammer time in jail.
That's terrible.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
Do you know how long he's, like, in jail for?
I don't know, probably a while. 2 fucking first-degree murders.
Murders.
Badass.
I just thought that was funny. So I was like, this guy's fucked up. All for a big old party.
Like, that literally
And it
sounds
was
like it's from a movie. It's
Yeah,
hammer time.
I know.
Like,
I'm like, oh my god. I don't even know if it's true.
we
I
should
just- it was
find
something I
out
found
the
on
mailing
HBO,
address
so don't
and send
hold me
him
to
some
that.
hammer time pants.
Yeah.
I've always wanted a serial killer pen pal. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
I guess it's not really
Just
a
to
serial
see.
killer. But
No, okay, but for me.
Yeah, he's like, hey, Kelsey, I just fucked up 4 more
No,
people. And everything,
no. My biggest thing is just like,
Fuck
what
their
makes
bodies.
these people like different than like the rest of us? Like, is it their upbringing or I
Sure,
don't know.
most of their upbringings are fucked.
Well, I want to say it's probably
Not
the
all of them,
murders
though.
that
Not
differentiate
all
them
of
from
them.
us mostly. but
So they're
I-
different from you two, but
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
'cause
Okay. Fucking
I was
garage
saying
or whatever your name was.
but we all know that Chris is
Boner
doing that
Garage.
right now.
Oh, yeah. What? Anyway,
you say
Chris.
boner. Just
Sorry. what?
Stop talking about boners, okay?
Sorry, I'm
This
done.
is
You're
a
the one
boner
who keeps
episode.
You're the one who keeps
Boner,
bringing
boner,
up
boner,
boners.
boner, boner.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, I guess I wanted to bring up first of all is not a serial killer, but just some of the statistics on serial killers. Because I was like, oh, where are the most serial like where
Florida.
Who has the most serial killers? And I went by
Florida
country,
man's
not
the
by
most
state,
Florida.
because I'm pretty sure Florida man just fucking knocks them all out of the park. Florida man, ah. And see, I don't need the mic facing
Florida
my way
man.
because I speak up.
because
for
you're
them.
like obnoxious.
It's what I do. Yeah, I would say.
It's what he does. It's okay, though.
You
That's
know
why we like him.
I wasn't called an asshole by my parents while growing up because I wasn't obnoxious. You get used to these things. And I wanted to, and yeah, I was looking at this and it has like the top 15 countries here. By the way, Canada top 10. No,
Yeah.
I don't know why would we brag about that.
We're stoked on that.
So bad.
I think it's
Canada.
because like it would be so much harder to find a serial killer in Canada than it would in the States.
What about in like fucking India and shit? There's probably
Well,
just like 10 times.
if you let me get to it, we'll fucking get
Oh,
to it.
sorry.
All right, because
Sorry.
way down the bottom, or where they keep track is Poland. They've had 10 like actual they determined this is a serial killer. This is what happened. Scotland with 11, Brazil with 14, which that one surprised me. I thought Brazil was gonna be fucking way up there. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
Right, and then Mexico with 22, which really caught me off guard.
No,
Like,
I think I would actually assume Mexico would be higher than Brazil.
And that's what caught me off guard is that it's so low. We had China with 30, Russia with 39.
Those Russians are pretty fucked
Yeah,
up.
right.
So.
And then
I think
France
a little
with
bit more about
46, India with 46, Australia with 55, Canada with 60.
Okay, but we all knew that Australia would have a high number.
I didn't know that. I just
Canada's higher than Australia.
No, Canada had 60 fucking serial killers here. Like, I was
Name one. Robert Pickton.
I was gonna say that.
So I just found out today that one girl that I hung out with yesterday,
is a serial killer.
Oh my
Did you
fucking
solve
God.
a murder mystery.
Oh my god.
No, I found out that she went to his house once
Did
for
she
some
fuck
reason.
him? Did
No,
she
I don't
fuck
think.
him?
I don't think she fucked him.
Would you fuck?
Sorry, we just had an adoring fan put her boobs up against the glass.
Yeah.
It was pretty phenomenal.
Shout out to her.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
Titties.
But yeah, who went to Robert Picton's house? Or,
Yeah, like
And she
like to
didn't
his
fuck him.
farm? Like
to his farm. I think it was
Well,
like to like she was like going around selling
Was she a hooer?
well,
something. No,
well, and that was one of the things,
that's
though,
a
right?
classy
Like-
way to say it, right?
Like he fed people. he fed people to the pigs, and then he sold the meat to local markets and that. So if you
Yo, I was
in
gonna
that-
But,
talk
like,
about this
it is
guy,
pretty
but now I'm
genius.
not gonna talk about this
It's-
guy because we're already talking about this guy.
Okay.
Let's not ruin it. Let's not ruin
Canada
it.
had
It's already
60.
ruined.
And then Germany has 72, Japan 78,
Yeah.
South Africa 96, Italy 97,
Jeez.
England 116. Top of the charts is the United States, but I want you guys to take just like a wild guess at what the number is.
Fuck. Something retarded, like 120.
Okay.
Way higher. Because they're fucked up over
240.
there.
Okay, you guys ready for
Oh,
this?
you're going
You guys
higher.
ready for this?
Okay.
2,320 confirmed
wait.
serial killers.
You
Okay,
didn't hear
so
that.
is that like confirmed that haven't been solved, or in general the ones that have been solved?
I think unsolved and solved.
And like
Yeah.
okay, just
Yeah.
like active serial
Yeah,
killers.
everything's been solved. People they think are dead. Like just over time, 2,300.
What was number?
serial
Who's
killers.
number 2 again?
England with 116.
So you have to
Dude,
wonder like why
they
that
got
is though, right?
1,900
you gotta
more
look
than
at it
those
this way.
motherfuckers.
Like Canada, we have a lot less. Like because we're a big open country, a lot less people, and our road systems aren't the best. But you look at the states. You can just go anywhere. Like your interstate systems are crazy. You can just drive from one end of the country to another without other than stopping for gas. You don't have to pull into a town at all. Like there's all these different things, right? And there's just so many open spaces. Like it's fucking like it's just easy to get away with it. But yeah, that one blew my mind just for how big of a fucking number. It's insane.
That's fucked up. I was like, it's funny because I was like, probably something large and retarded, like 120. And then they're like, no.
Large
Yeah.
and retarded.
2,000 fucking 100 some shit. That's fucked up.
All right. I guess I'll lead into the person that I was gonna move. That was gonna be my first one, and his name was what? Sorry, here, let me try this. Andrea Chikautillo?
And Andre. Still Andre.
Just with the I even as
I
well.
think so.
I don't know.
We'll settle with Andre just so we don't have to say it.
I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call him Andy. Is what I'm gonna call him.
All right, we'll call him Andy.
And
Another fan just rapidly
and,
busted in the door.
Okay, but if my name was Andy, I would totally and a serial killer, I'd just carve Andy into the bottom of everyone's feet, like from Toy Story.
Yeah,
100%.
I'm not gonna lie. This guy did that before Toy Story
You
was.
ever find somebody with
And
their
I'm not
feet
gonna lie,
carved
and I don't
Andy
think
look for
in
boner garage?
Soviet Russia they had Toy Story for a while after, you know.
No, I'm just saying if currently now. My
So
name was
we know
Andy.
how to fight. You're telling us all how to catch you when you.
Oh no, I have
throw
a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
She's gonna be hiding a lot of things in the boner garage. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Check there first.
Just pull out my weapon.
But yeah, so
She's
this
like,
guy, they
"There's
call
a
him,
gun."
he had a lot of different names. The Butcher of Rostov, the Forest Strip Killer, the Red Ripper,
The
Rostov
force
River.
strip killer?
The forced strip killer. It makes sense once I tell you how.
Okay, I was like,
So what happened is this guy was a teacher actually, and then and then he got fired from his job from being a teacher because he fondled an 11-year-old's breasts. Super fucked up. Yeah, I know. So he got fired from his job for that.
Like,
and then
do you even have breasts when you're 11?
This was like Kelsey when she was 11. It was just like boom.
I was about to say, wait, I actually.
Yeah, so she takes that
I'm
back.
gonna cover up my boobs now. Like,
So everyone on the podcast can't see them.
So he got fired from his job there, and then he was a factory worker and all that. Soviet Russia, you had to have a job and whatnot. And so what he would do is he'd go around to all the train stations, and he'd find kids that were alone, and he'd go and chat with them and talk with young people, and he'd convince them to come with him out into the forest, where he would stab them and then rape them.
Stab and then rape in that order?
Rape,
okay.
That order. He would always stab first, and that's generally when he would, They had this whole movie about it, and what happened is there was a guy who was
Boys and Girls?
trying to
Boys
catch
and
him. Yeah, Boys and Girls, I do believe it was.
Sick fuck.
Yep. Yep.
He's like, yo, come to the woods. There's some.
I want to know how people lure people into the woods. Like, what do you possibly say that makes going into the woods?
Well, these things, they're kids, right?
Or
and he was a
fucking
teacher,
grow
so
up
he
in the
knows how
woods.
to
I'd be
talk
like,
to
nope.
kids, right?
I guess if he's a teacher,
he was
yeah.
younger, and in Russia they didn't have like the guy who was trying to catch him. They made a movie about him, Citizen X, and it was about the detectives who tried to catch him and a forensic scientist who tried to catch him, and they wouldn't publicize it or anything because serial killing and mass murder was a problem of America. Like it was a
like they didn't want to acknowledge that it happened there.
It was a capitalistic problem that was brought on by that. So
interesting.
So he said no, it's not like they would just say no, it's the serial killer. And then in 1990, in the fall of the Soviet Union, then they finally let him talk to the people in the States who were professionals and serial killers and all that. And they finally caught him because what they do is they stop at every single train stop. And they put police everywhere, and they finally caught him. He was convicted of 52 murders. He was tried for 53.
Do you know how between what time and what time?
56. This was it ended in 1990 and started in 78.
Jeez.
Yeah, so over just so much. Yeah, crazy.
Well, way more.
And I think he did. It wasn't even just children. It was women and then little boys and girls. Never an adult guy, but he would get some late because what he would hire
adults, women.
Because I think it was he'd hire prostitutes to bring him out there and and then when he couldn't get it going, he'd fucking kill him. Yeah.
He's like, do this funky ass shit. She's like, no. He's like, stab.
Yeah. No. It was So that one, I was just like
that is
Russia's
crazy.
First.
Those Russians, those are fucked up people.
All of them.
For some reason, no.
Right.
Every single one you ever see a Russian.
Every single one.
If you ever see a Russian, run. I would. Fuck them.
No, they make the best food. Are you kidding me?
Fine, I
have quite a few Russian friends. They're like the best families.
They're all murderers.
I would say I think actually he's from the Ukraine, so you're fine.
Oh, okay, we're set.
That was just part of Soviet Russia.
You're like,
We're set.
any
No, we're all
Russians
good.
want to be my friend now?
Ukraine's fuck, they're perfect.
Yeah. Oh, they're perfect because they had this guy who was murdering everybody.
Or you think about Ukrainian women?
Either way, I'm really confused about how you were going with it.
Anyway, I
They
don't
do have
even know.
pierogies.
I'm I.
All right, well then I guess we'll throw back to Kelsey then, and she'll bring up the next person she wants to talk
Cool.
about.
I was just telling Chris about this last week. Canadian killer.
Ooh, which one?
Ooh, Luca Magnotta.
Who?
See that one
The
more
one I accidentally watched the video for.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah!
Right, we were
Okay.
talking about that.
What's his name?
Okay, his name is Luca Magnotta.
Luca Magnotta.
Luca Magnotta, not his given name. He actually changed it.
What's his given name?
His given name is Eric Clinton Kirk Newman.
Yeah, it's...
Four names?
Aaron
Obviously
So
a serial killer.
he was born in Ontario,
Duh.
and he was only finally convicted in 2012. So this is fairly recent.
Yeah.
So he was in the gay porn industry, right? And
what was his porn name?
let me see.
Dakota
Boner
Chamberlain.
Oh no! It was Boner Garage.
It was such a good big opening there.
he-
for Boner
I know.
Garage.
He had a
No,
couple
yeah,
different names. One of the spreads he went in as Jimmy. He just kind of had like a bunch of different names as far
Jimmy,
as,
that's
like,
too classic.
Jimmy's very classic.
You can't
Anyway, so
be-
he ended up
and here's
changing it to
Jimmy.
Luca Magnotta, and he first was like imprisoned for posting videos of him killing kittens and other animals and posting the videos on the internet. Yep.
What a dick.
And then he ended up rooming with a Chinese international student. He put a bag over this Chinese international student's head and filmed the whole thing of him killing him with an ice pick, stabbing him, with the entire time with the American Psycho theme song playing in the background. So he stabbed him with an ice pick till he was dead. And then he cut off his head and his arms and his legs. And then he like screwed the body with no head, arms, or legs on it. And then he ate him.
Wow, that's
All
like
on
a really
video.
fucked up music video for
He-
it to be square.
Right? Like, somebody get Christian Bale in here because he did not do a good enough job, clearly, in the movie. But he ended up posting that video on the internet when I first was researching him in, like, 2013 because I had just learned
She's
about
been
him.
on this guy for a while here.
I find him super interesting, but also because I'm personally scarred by him. I followed a link online, and it was like, this is the video of him killing a student.
And
The
you proceeded
student.
to watch the
Well,
video.
no, but in my mind, I was super naive. I was like, they would never, the government would never allow a video
Yeah,
like that
the
on the
internet
internet.
police would never allow this.
I said I was super
This is a guy who pops up on
naive.
your screen. He's like,
So I
no.
watched the video and was like, oh, it's totally fake. And right at the very end is when he started eating him. I was like, oh my gosh, this is the real video. And I realized I had watched
So
the
after he
thing.
cut his head off and fucked him and all that shit, you're like,
So
this isn't real.
Kelsey's into snuff films. And
I'm not, no, I just accidentally watched one.
Accidentally, yeah.
Yeah, and then I, accidentally watched 17 more, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
In a row. That's fucked up.
Yeah, but he's like, he's young.
So this
it
guy's
was
Canadian,
current.
too.
He's Canadian.
I never heard about this.
Well,
This
he
sounds
ended up
fucked
running
up.
away out of Canada when they first caught him.
Where do you run
obviously.
to? Mexico?
Actually, think he
Mexico.
was in Mexico.
Mexico.
But he ended up getting caught because he was in an internet cafe googling himself and like
He's like,
reading up on
yeah.
himself. Yeah.
Guy fucks dude, dead, needs
and,
soap.
and that brings up an interesting thing because a lot of serial killers, they want to be in the media and they want the attention.
Yeah.
Right? Like, they
Which
might
is
not
why
want
they
to be caught,
try not
but
to
they want
anymore.
to be.
Yeah. They
but
try not
that's-
to name
Well, I
him.
mean,
With that,
yeah.
we're going to leave off on that super exciting note from Boner Garage. Don't worry, there is going to be a part 2 coming up here very shortly. So thank you very much for listening. This was Gerbil Chronicles.
The tale of two gerbils.
Boom. Thank you very much for joining us.